All right, so today's one of those days where my son is home from school. Bronson, say hello.
Hello.
He's doing his action figures, and we always do a little like family value stuff whenever I'm around him. I just think that stuff's important. By the way, I'm not here to impose my values on anybody else. So if you're going to be somebody that's going to politicize this or take this a different direction than it's intended, you're not getting a reply. But today, one of the things that we were talking about is I said, hey, buddy, because I am raising my son to be a little man. And I said, a real man knows how to do several things. I go, he always knows how to love. He always knows how to be vulnerable. He should know how to cook, clean, throw a punch, dance. We go through these things and they all have a meaning. Sorry, the Tron soundtrack's going in the background. Alexa, volume 6. So I go, why is it important that we know how to clean? And he goes, to take care of our things. Right. I go, why is it important we know how to cook? He said, so we can make healthy food and help others be healthy too. You're right. I go, why is it important to know how to throw a punch and defend ourselves? And he goes, so we can protect ourselves and other people. And by the way, I stand by that. I do think it's important to know how. I grew up doing martial arts. I learned boxing in college. That's something I practice. I think it's important to know how to swing and act. Like, it's important to do useful things. But today people would be like, that's violence. And I said, why is it important that we know how to dance? And he goes, so we can stay healthy. And I go, well, sure. And also have fun, right? Like, I don't know if many of you know this, but I competed in swing dancing in college. I had a tremendous friend that was into dance at the time. Her name was Stacy Wright. And we took 1 credit hour class. It was ballroom dancing, salsa dancing. And I think there is, and swing dancing. I do think there is something classic about that. I always look to like gentlemen in a certain time period, and people in Frank Sinatra's age knew how to throw a punch, swing an axe. They knew how to dance. They knew how to be a gentleman. And I think that's a timeless art. And so I just, the only point of this is I think it's important to always have conversations with your kids. The best job I've ever had is being a dad. I love being a dad. And I want my son to grow up a thoughtful person. I want him to know why certain values are important. I don't want him to be a drone and just think, oh, this is important because it's how we do things. No, there's a why to how we do things. So take it for what it's worth. This is just a sample. It wasn't intended to be some perfectly worded thing. It was just intended to think, I think we have to be mindful, especially in the age of Instagram where people are spouting off the weirdest stuff when it comes to relationships and parenting. You have to be mindful of just sometimes having some no-nonsense fundamentals, right? And making sure that your kids know how to do those as well. Anyway, happy early 4th of July. Hope you're all having a great week. Take this for what it's worth. And if you're watching this at a time period, because I'll probably repost it, that's not the 4th of July. It still sticks, right? And this is something else that this was made for, right? For him. This is made out of steel, reclaimed wood, because it's one thing to have values. It's another important thing to have a symbol of your values. So we have our family values over there on the wall, but also this is a symbol of it. This thing's like 200 some odd pounds, made from wood that's over 100 years old. And the reason it looks brushed and imperfect like that is because we're like that, right? We're gonna have things that are durable and resilient, but you're gonna have a lot of scars and shrapnel along the way. And that's life. And whether it's wood walls or the brick facade or anything like that, the stuff that our family stands for is just being resilient. I'd love to know, what do you and your family, what are things that you guys have, whether it's little symbols, whether it's little sayings, mantras, anything goes. I'd love to learn and see what you guys have, and I'd like to steal some of those things. Maybe they're things that we can incorporate in our household.